What does it take to be great? This is a question that people ask but never really look into. However, it can be particularly strange coming from a 13-year-old boy in urban London. We want to strive and be great, but for whatever circumstances, for the large majority of the general public, it stays a dream. I had the determination to make it a reality. Growing up in a traditional African home, their method is go to school, get good grades, get a good job, and then you'll be successful. So you know what I mean? Like, I gave it a try because that's how they did it. But it just didn't work for me. I began to become disinterested in the schooling system and looked for other forms of entertainment within the class. I became increasingly disruptive, talking in class, making people laugh, basically becoming the class clown. It fit me well. I was a joker at home, so I just transferred it to the classroom. As you can imagine, this got me in a lot of trouble. So that way didn't work for me. It didn't fit me well. So I decided to look elsewhere for the ways I would attain to be great. My parents' way didn't work, so I looked towards my friends. Growing up in an urban environment in London, I connected to individuals who I wanted to emulate. I was looking for role models, people who had an image of success and greatness. Unfortunately, I found this in the criminal environment. I started to emulate criminals. I saw their lifestyle, they looked untouchable. They looked like they lived by their own rules and basically did what they want. And I was attracted to that lifestyle. This took me down the dark path for a couple of years. When I was in it, I thought that this is all that there is. I thought this was the only way to be successful.
There's a point in my life where I was started off with petty crime, then went to more advanced crimes like robbery. And I started to make the money I wanted to make. I was making money, having girls, having nice cars, nice clothes, that kind of lifestyle. I always wanted more, so I kept going and kept going and kept going. And I thought it would last for as long as I wanted it to last for, but obviously it didn't happen that way. And I got arrested in 2010 and convicted for 7 years for robbery.
Going through the court system, they painted me out to be a monster. It was almost comical to me. It wasn't me that they were talking about. It couldn't be. When it came to the end, it was the judge's turn to speak. I was expecting a long deliberation on my history, my circumstances and my family, maybe even a couple of questions to ask to see how I feel. But nothing. He gave my sentence and sent me on my way. 7 years. The next couple of years were tough in custody. I felt hard done by and I resented the judgment. I thought it was unfair and I began to feel depressed and had anxiety attacks. Prison soon became my world. They call it the University of Crime for a reason. It's a massive hub of criminals to meet, exchange ideas and plot for the future. I was convinced that a life of crime was the only way now. I began to take notes on criminal activities that were supposedly low risk, plotting, scheming, awaiting my release to give them a try. But something happened 9 months before I was released.
I was in a cell once and with a guy, older guy. He had wife, kids, family, a life, everything. But all he could think about was doing crime. And it got to me, like, from there, his mindset hadn't changed. And I didn't be one of those people. So I decided to make a change. So I decided to work on myself. My mindset was the most important thing to me by then. So then started working on my mind, meditating, planning for the future. I started to research different things that would help to enhance the mind. So I looked at exercise, nutrition, emotional intelligence, spirituality, a whole load of bunch of different things to help to evolve my mind to a place where I was happy and I was healthy with it. And now it's kind of like the birth of Stressless.
We are a holistic health and fitness company that work on building mind, muscles, body and brains together. Having this holistic view on health, we are able to counteract possible health conditions. We don't just focus on how you look or what a piece of paper tells you. We focus on how you feel as well. You are connected to your body better than any doctor, any machine, anything. We have to get to know our bodies again. We've lost a connection with them. So much has happened to it that inside we are confused what's good for us and what isn't. Food has a physiological response with us, so mentally we may feel good, but physically it's doing bad. Exercise may hurt, but it's building the body for efficiency. Meditation and emotional control may be difficult to master, but necessary for our mind to build and grow. Our bodies are connected to a great energy source, keeping our heart beating, the digestion effective, cell replication on time and precise, and so much more. This energy is striving for you to be healthy. Once we connect to that source and listen to it, we receive all the information we will need. This is true health. This is the Stressless life.